On this week's episode, does Jordan Peele's Nope get a big yes from me? A non-spoiler review coming up. Marvel releases the future of the MCU at Comic-Con, and we talk to the creative minds behind a local film filmed here in New England that you can watch right now. For the Hub on Hollywood, I'm James.
I'm Jamie. So much to talk about. Here we go.
Let's go. All right, Jamie, we have such a great interview set up. Later this episode, we are talking to the director and producer of Go Chase Yourself, which was filmed here in New England, and we're going to teach you and show you how you can start watching that movie right here and right now. But another movie that you can start watching right here and right now is Nope, which is the latest and third film directed and written by Jordan Peele. Now, really quick, have you seen the trailer for this? Are you interested in this movie?
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see this. I'm not normally here for like the really scary horror movies, but this looks like so different, so interesting. We love the trailer. My husband and I really love the trailer, and I want to see it. I want to see it badly. So I'm hoping that you have some good news for me, because you did get to see it.
Yeah, I do have some good news, but I'll set the stage. So basically, Nope is about two siblings. They run this horse ranch down in California, and they discover something wonderful and sinister in the skies above, while the owner of a nearby theme park tries to profit from the mysterious otherworldly phenomenon. Like I said, directed and written by Jordan Peele, his third film, starring Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer. Jordan Peele pretty much at his peak with this film. And I'll just say flat out, Nope is an excellent summer film that's scary, thrilling, funny, and heartfelt all around. One thing I do like about this movie is that, and this is a non-spoiler review, and you get this in the trailer, so I don't consider this a spoiler per se, but this has a fun and interesting twist on the whole UFO extraterrestrial sci-fi film. The movie, excellent visuals from the mysterious phenomenon to the shots that are filmed at night, including during the day. And that's one of the strengths of this film, because, with many horror, suspense, thriller movies, a lot of the monsters or the horror that happens at night. A lot of this, though shot at night and done very well, a lot of it also shot in the daytime, and so being able to be suspenseful and scary during the daytime is a feat in and of itself. And so not only does Nope have this great original story with a twist on the modern, horror sci-fi genre, but it's also a show and appreciation to Hollywood. A big appreciation specifically for those who work behind the scenes, like the crew, the people who do a lot of work but then get forgotten and pushed aside. And so this is an ode to Hollywood. And as we know, Jordan Peele is a big fan of Hollywood, and I think it's a very, very good movie if you are, again, a fan of sci-fi, thriller, horror film genre. Again, if you're a fan of Jaws, E.T., Signs, films of those nature, I think you'll really enjoy this one. So I think a perfect summer film for this year.
So where do you think this movie ranks with the other Jordan Peele horror films?
So I'll say I'm still a big fan of Get Out. I will put this just shy. I want to say it ties for number one, but Get Out is you could say it's a masterpiece in and of itself. But I'll say Get Out barely edges out Nope, followed by Us, but still not a weak film at all in the trio. So all of those films are great. Jordan Peele, again, he's one of those new directors where just the name recognition, Christopher Nolan or Steven Spielberg, just the name of the director will get people into the seats because they know a lot of heart, dedication, and a good story behind it has been put into this movie. And this is, we see that, in full effect here for this episode. So, for this movie. for Nope, I give it 2 big thumbs up. It's getting really good reviews all around on Rotten Tomatoes as well. I think last time I checked on Rotten Tomatoes, 82% on the tomato meter, so certified fresh. I think it's a really good film. All the actors are great. I think the standout for this movie is definitely Keke Palmer, who plays the younger sister of Daniel Kaluuya. And so, if you're a big fan of sci-fi and horror, this is the movie for you.
Awesome. So Nope is a big yes. And I cannot wait to go see it, even though horror is not necessarily usually my genre. Just everything that Jordan Peele does is so smart, and it, like you were making that comparison with Steven Spielberg, like it makes you feel, it draws you in, it puts you in that place. So
yeah,
very much looking forward to it. What about you guys? Have you seen Nope? Or a yes or no? And what did you think about it? Let us know. Join in the conversation. We'll give you a shout out here on the Hub on Hollywood. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram. We're everywhere that you want to be. Listen to us in the car. Wherever you hear wherever you get your podcasts, you can find us. And we're also on YouTube if you'd like to see our lovely faces and join in the fun there. But speaking of fun, James, everyone loves some Marvel, don't they?
Of course.
Everybody loves a little bit of superhero or a lot of bit of superhero. So we just got big news about Marvel Phase 4 and everything that is going to entail. So why don't we dive right into the meat of it?
Yeah, so we got a look at not only Phase 4 or the what will be the end of Phase 4, but also Phase 5 and 6. And so because of the pandemic, Comic-Con has been really shaken up. So this is like it feels like the first full-fledged year that they are back. Speaking of Marvel being able to pitch their stuff, and they came out, punching with a crazy amount of details about new shows on Disney Plus as well as new movies. And I'll just do a quick run through the list of what they're talking about. One of the first ones is the Multiverse Saga, which is what they name this period of Phase 4, 5, and 6. And in this saga, we are going to be seeing She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, which is coming to Disney Plus soon. There was a new trailer that dropped for that. We found out Secret Invasion is also going to be coming with Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson coming back as Nick Fury. Ben Mendelsohn reprises his role. You saw him last in the last Marvel movie. And so that Secret Invasion coming to Disney Plus. Ant-Man and the Wasp, a Quantumania. That is a film which will be introducing, not officially introducing, but having Kang the Conqueror becoming the main antagonist and being really thrown in as the new big bad. That's coming out in February of
From the Loki
next year.
series, we're introduced.
Exactly. We also saw a glimpse of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So we have Star-Lord, Rocket, Groot, Drax, Mantis, Nebula, and the rest of the Guardian of the Galaxy bunch. That is set for May 2023. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, a trailer dropped for that film, which is coming out in November. So very shortly this year. We will touch back and watch the trailer for Wakanda Forever. But that's going to be interesting as well. Then we have new details about the Hawkeye Disney Plus series spinoff, which is Echo. If you saw Hawkeye, you know that there was like the main antagonist named Echo, who turns out to be like somewhat of a good character, and then now she's getting her own spinoff. Loki, we have Loki coming back as well as his variants in season 2 for Disney Plus. What I'm most excited for, I think, is actually seeing Mahershala Ali portraying Blade in the new film that's hitting theaters in November of next year. That's going to be a big film. We also have Ironheart, which is this character who is kind of like a brainiac, a very, like a miniature version of Tony Stark. And so she pretty much creates her own Iron Man suit, and that's going to be coming out on Disney Plus in the fall of 2023. Agatha, Coven of Chaos. I think you love Agatha, so
I do.
I know you're looking
Everybody
forward to that
loves
show.
Agatha.
It was Agatha all along.
Yes, it was.
She'll be coming in winter of 2023. Daredevil, Born Again. That's going to be great because we have Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio from the original Netflix Daredevil series making the jump over here to Disney Plus, coming out in the spring of 2024. That was a big hit, big announcement for Comic-Con. So we're really looking forward to that. We have the next Captain America film, Captain America New World Order, coming in May of 2024 with Sam Wilson taking donning the shield. We have Thunderbolts announced. No real details about that yet, but that's coming out in July of 2024. Fantastic Four. Again, we were expecting this. There were hints dropped, and for years now, that Marvel is picking up the Fantastic Four torch. We're going to see a new Human Torch, as well as the rest of the gang. That's going to be coming up in November of 2024. Avengers, we have 2 names for the next Avengers movies. The first one will be the Kang Dynasty. So Kang the Conqueror, he will be the big bad for that one. And then that's going to be followed up by the next Avengers film, Secret Wars, coming out in November of 2025. After reading that humongous list of movies and TV shows, and I will admit, after watching the last Thor movie, I think I am very close, if I haven't already hit it, the Marvel wall. I feel like I've just been flooded and inundated with too much Marvel. Not only, I know this is spanning, this year to 2024, but there are a lot of shows coming out this year and early next year. And it feels like it's just one after the other after the other. And for me personally, I think I'm hitting my breaking point. How do you feel?
I don't think I'm there yet. I'd say that I think that I'm definitely maybe Star Wars oversaturated to an extent, and I don't really have the stomach for more like mainline trilogy films. But I feel like with Marvel, I'm still very much open to it. Miss Marvel wasn't really my bag. It wasn't the best, but I feel like all of the other shows have had such a unique take on their characters and have developed things so well, and the storytelling is so solid and entertaining that, I'm still there for it. I'm still with it. I'm very much looking forward to the continuation of Loki and all the characters associated with that. And
is that a mini Loki right there? That you're holding?
It is a mini Loki, and actually, these are not my toys. I'm just borrowing them. And there's also a little gator Loki right there, Loki, and with the sword there. So I'm just having a lot of fun with my sister-in-law's toys. And I will be borrowing some of these in the future. But I don't think I'm there yet with Marvel. I think that the storytelling has been so solid that it is carrying me through. But I can absolutely see your point of view, James.
Now, let's go right into, unless there's anything else you want to add, I think we should just jump right into casting calls.
Yeah, no, that is everything. So if you want to be in a film like Wakanda Forever, which did film here locally, as James was saying before, in Worcester, they shot a car chase scene in a tunnel over several nights.
And I think Lupita got injured in some sort, right? There was an injury on set.
Yeah, she did have some sort of injury on set while she was shooting here, and I'm not sure what the latest is on that. I feel like they said it was minor to begin with, but it might have been a little bit more serious than that. But if you would want to get on set and maybe not get injured, we've got all of these incredible opportunities that are coming to Massachusetts. The Madame Web film is recording right now. They've just begun production. They've just begun filming on that here in Massachusetts. That's through Kendall Cooper Casting. You're going to want to go to kendallcoopercasting.com for any of those opportunities. A few other things that we are looking for right now. Slate Casting is looking for kids 10 to 15 years old who use a wheelchair for a commercial. So they're looking for, authentic kids, non-union, 10 to 15 years old who use a wheelchair, shooting in August in the Boston area. Pays very well. If this sounds like you or someone that you know who might be interested in it, you are going to want to send your full name, phone number, email address, the city you live in, several photos, and any acting experience that the child might have. And you're going to want to send that to slateselftape@gmail.com.
All right, Boston Casting, they're looking for a black actor who is 18 to 20 years old, male, for a feature film that is shooting in mid-August to September in the Boston area. This pays over $1,000 a day. So if you are a black male actor between 18 and 20 years old and you think you want to join in on a feature film, who wouldn't? Send your photo, resume, contact information, where you are living, and include subject in the subject line, black actor, and your name. Send all that to Boston Casting Submit 5, the number 5, Boston Casting Submit 5@gmail.com. And my last casting call we have for, they're looking for this project called Poker Face. This is by High Roller Productions. This is a SAG-AFTRA gig that will be shooting in Connecticut. So they're looking for actors who can portray casino patrons. Men and women must be over 21 years old. Everyone must be okay working around smoke. This is for a series that is filming in Connecticut from July 25th to the 27th, and the testing will be done during that time as well. If you are interested and you are a SAG-AFTRA member, send your SAG-AFTRA ID, your phone number, height, weight, current photos of yourself, send all of that to pokerface@GWC NYC, pokerface@gwcnyc.com, with the posting of SAG posting CT shoot Poker Face. And the subject line, you must be vaccinated as well.
All right, yeah, that's for a Peacock series. So many streaming services, and with all of the streaming services and all of the demand for content is just exploding right now, right? So there's so many more of these productions that are coming to town. That's why we're called Hollywood East. That's why we're called the Hub on Hollywood, because this is just where it's at, James. That's where everyone is coming. Hollywood is here to stay in New England. So for any one of these exciting opportunities or more that are coming your way, join us on the Hub on Hollywood. We want to get you there. We want to get you on set, behind the scenes, and having that incredible experience of your life that you can share with all of those around you.
And speaking of streaming services, there is a new movie that was filmed here in New England that you can start streaming right now. It's almost on every streaming service, right? or at least many of them. Go Chase Yourself. Yeah,
that's right. So the film is called Go Chase Yourself. It was written and directed by Patrick Jerome, produced by a friend of ours, Jury Love, and it was filmed here locally, created here locally, and is just, amazing. You can watch it now on Amazon Prime. It's called Go Chase Yourself. It's about a woman named Maria who keeps having strange occurrences on her way to this defining moment in her life. And despite her confusion and about what to do about these strange happenings, Maria continues approaching her destination while the surreal mystery intensifies around her. So we have the incredible opportunity to speak with the creators. We are speaking with the writer-director Patrick Jerome and with the producer Jury Love, who are going to tell us all about how they brought their talents to the foreground to make this a reality, and it's now available for you to watch. So here is our interview with Patrick and Jury. We are joined by Jury Love and Patrick Jerome. Patrick Jerome is the writer and director of Go Chase Yourself, and Jury Love is the producer. Thank you guys so much for joining us on the Hub on Hollywood. Patrick, I'm going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to create this story and how it came to be.
Well, as you may know, I'm from Haiti. So there's a lot of tale about the supernatural and I'm always looking for projects that can attract people in that from that angle. So, and then it was a very difficult time in 2020, as you know, we went through a pandemic, and in summer 2020, by September, they started to open the city back in Boston, thinking that we will get back to normal. So I usually try to film a movie in the summer, and then I said to myself, okay, what can I do before it gets too cold? So I wrote this story in September to shoot the movie in October, and I was looking for a topic that would be easier for me to get inspired. And I always heard about all those tales about people chasing themselves, and I felt like it has a very powerful component in it, element in it that can be very entertaining. And I decided to write the script. So it didn't take me that long to write the script. I'm a big fan of the Twilight Zone. Like I said, the supernatural somehow can be very entertaining. It's a little different than horror film. It gets more deeper than that. But that's how I got inspired, and then I said, you know what? Let's write the story. Let's do something quick.
That's great. And Jury, can you talk to us a little bit about hooking up with Patrick, starting, and what goes into producing a movie, especially one here in New England, in Massachusetts?
This was my first time producing feature-length film, and it was a lot going on in the script. And my goal as a producer is really respect the writer and then writer's vision and then what's in the script, and to not minimize what is it. And then there's a scene about horse on the beach. So I tried, but it was very hard. So that's one thing that I had to compromise. But we got horses, and then we got shooting scene, and then we got like a beach scene. We got Ford Explorer. We got boat. Shout out to Chak, and we got great actors. So when you're producing independent film, like you just do everything as a producer. I was a dead body. I was a customer. I was a makeup artist. I was a food runner, casting, and we just really created magic. And when you are doing the film and then producing it, you just don't know the outcome because you just shoot every day. And it was 18 days. It was so much fun. And I would say my job really was to make sure everyone was happy and safe, and then be on time, and location scout, and then locations got permissions, and everyone's okay. And then I just really remember it was 2020, but so much great memories created producing this film. And I met so many talented people, including obviously Patrick and Amanda Rodriguez, Jason Gervasio, Gretel Monday, who were the stars of the movie. And everyone was just so humble, so appreciative, and even extras. We had a great scene. We have 140 people in the team, and everyone was just so unbelievably supportive. And then we had one goal is to produce this movie, Go Chase Yourself. I'm very, very happy and proud and humbled for the opportunity.
That's incredible. And you were talking about, the team of people that it took and how hard everyone worked to make this, a reality. Drury, can you talk to us a little bit more about the local talent that was pulled in both in front of the screen and behind the scenes to make this a reality?
Sure. So I had a lot of local friends from Foxborough, for instance, and then location, Union Store, which is a restaurant, and the Foxborough House of Pizza. And then I have a friend who brought kayaking to local lake pond. And we had this witch scene, which is the beautiful scene at the end, which is my favorite. We have like 25 extra wearing the witch costume. It was so beautiful. And then we have conservation area that town of Foxborough gave us permission to shoot, and which took a lot of stunt scene. And we had a wonderful stunt coordinator, and it was just magical. Every scene that we envisioned on the script really came true, and that is actually one of the most proud thing. And one day we needed like a Ford Explorer, and then some of my friend like had a tow truck company, and then they even brought the Ford Explorer with the tow truck to the location. Was so grateful. I think everyone went above and beyond overall, and it was just really, really collaborative effort. It was amazing.
That's wonderful.
I'd like to add in the casting process. I mean, because of the situation, we couldn't do open casting. So we had to reach out to people directly. So we ended up looking for local actors. So the process was very unique and special. And then you have Gretel with the passion. You know, she knows all her lines and she brings the emotion into it. So the casting, I mean, the three lead actors really make a difference to make the film what it is. And that's a blessing when I'm doing the editing of the film. It's you know, watching them saying those words that I, you know, sat down and write, you know, bringing it to life. That's when you really see the result and know that we have a good artistic piece in our hands.
That is, it truly is incredible. So if you want to watch it right now, where do people need to go?
Well, you have, you know, of course, the Microsoft that is connected with so many different TVOD on demand, like Xbox, all those things, you know. And then you have on the Apple side, you have Apple TV where it's available. You have iTunes where it's available. You have Google Plus, which is also connected with YouTube on demand. Once you get there, it's like you reach the entire world. And of course, on Amazon.
So if there's someone here in New England who's trying to break into this industry, who maybe wants to be a director or a producer and they want to break into film, what is your top advice for them in how do they make it go chase themselves? You know?
Well, it's hard to give people advice. Unfortunately, many times I've come across people who want to hear what they want to hear. But if somebody really want to listen to me, you have to realize this is a business that's based on rejection. And I always mention that. If you get one rejection, two rejection, three rejection, you have to keep knocking until the door is open. And also, you have to do your homework. You have to understand the current situation in terms of market value, in terms of entertainment. Now, the artistic part, unfortunately, I've seen too many people make film where they hire their friends to be in the movie. Because you're a friend with somebody, you don't have to use them in your film. If you really want to reach an artistic level where your movie speaks for itself, you have to make sure you work with actors that are professional. You have to find a way to how to find actors that feel professional, and you have to make sure the chemistry works, okay, between your characters. Those are the artistic elements. I mean, like I said, it's hard to give advice, but I think I give some precise one that can help somebody that is trying to get into this.
I want to add one more thing that I've been in front of the camera, and then I've been behind the camera, and then I just had an acting gig right before this too. And then Patrick talked about rejection, but I just want to really emphasize that either you're a producer, director, writer, or actor, or any sort of situation, self-love, mental health check is so important, because when you are in this high pressure, high expectation, in front of 1,000 people, in front of so many team, that you really have to self-care, self-respect, self-love, and be ready to present yourself in a professional level with so much expectation from you. And I think a lot of people don't talk about it. But if you don't really take care of yourself physically, mentally, and love yourself, respect yourself, it really affects the whole entire team. And I learned that in high pressure situations, in front of the camera, behind the camera. I'm not talking about you have to be happy every day. It's just an everyday practice that you need to be very healthy, and you should have really trusted friends that you keen on supportive of what you're doing. And also, we had a premiere, in-person premiere in December, and it was so much fun to see all the actors dressed up, red carpet, and have all the close friends come and then watch the movie. That was fantastic, and I can never forget that. And thank you, Patrick, again for this experience too.
Once your mental health, your physical health, everything on the set is extremely important. That's why, from my experience, I know how to avoid drama. I know how to be productive on the set, and I know how to work with people. I try to know, and I keep learning how to make other people feel comfortable being around one another. So that's something that is always important to me. And I would say to all filmmakers out there, be careful that who you choose to work with, because that's going to help you determine the final product of your film.
Great advice all around. Well, Go Chase Yourself is streaming right now worldwide, so go check it out. Support local actors, support local directors and producers. And Patrick, Jerome, Jury Love, thank you so much for joining us on the Hub on Hollywood. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Jamie and James, for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Patrick and Jury. Best of luck for the success of the film Go Chase Yourself, which you can watch worldwide. You can watch it right now on Amazon Prime and a number of other places, which we will have linked down below for you. And it's so exciting. It's so wonderful, James, to see all of the incredible local talent that we have here in New England. And it's what makes us so excited to do this podcast. Go ahead and find us, Hub on Hollywood. Like us, share us, subscribe, comment, and we will give you a shout out here on the Hub on Hollywood. We covered a lot of ground today, James.
Oh, yeah.
So unless you have anything else to add, I'm Jamie.
I think we're good. I'm James. Yeah. Bye.
We'll see you next time.